Hello and welcome back. Yeah, today I decided to take you on a little walk. We're on Park Road. I know it sounds a little noisy, man, at this time. We usually have quite a bit of traffic, but we'll get to some spots where it's better. Anyway, let's go. I know we're in kind of the later part of January, and we haven't had very good weather for a while. I know you haven't seen very many videos from me. I mean, sometimes the weather is just so bad that it's almost just not worth it to go out and get any video and stuff. But today, I mean, although it's a little bit overcast, it's mostly sunny. So I decided to go out. Well, this walk is not too long. It's kind of along middling kind of route. So it will take a little bit of endurance if you ever decide to do it. And if you're like me with a few health problems, might be a little bit challenging, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it if, I mean, just to keep you feeling healthy. Holyoke Terrace. I think this is what they call this road. At least that's what they call it in this section. The name may change as we go further. Yeah, there's a little trail over here. It's a nice little wooded area. I actually haven't been through there You can see some folks going in there now. Yeah, I'll have to take a little walk through there at some point. I mean, sometimes, I mean, there were a few times I've been walking around here and I've seen guys with those small motorcycles, mopeds or something, whatever you want to call them, riding through there. And kind of makes me wonder if I should actually do it, but I mean, you can see that there were 3 girls heading in there, so means that they're not always riding it there and it's relatively safe. Now, if you read most of the publications that are around, you will find out that more or less 99% of the natural woodland forests in the UK have been cut down. I mean, that's a shame, but it's always nice to come across areas like this that have been preserved. Hopefully, more areas are planted in the future so that you can enjoy it, so that people can enjoy that. Okay, if you're wondering, it's about 7 degrees outside. It's 1:56 p.m. This walk will take us a little bit over an hour or close to an hour maybe. Yeah, one thing that you will find in areas around the northeast is lots of open fields. Apparently there's quite a few farms. And you'll see a number of windmills or wind farms around as well. Oh, excuse me. With it being such a nice day, I decided I would not dress too warmly. Just decided to put on a sweatshirt rather than an actual jacket. It is, to be honest, it is feeling a little bit cool on my fingers. Funny enough, it's the hand not holding the camera that actually feels cooler. I don't know why, but it just does. At least the tips of my fingers, the very tips. But I've dealt with weather that's a lot cooler than this, and so it's not too bad. So apparently we were in South Stanley. I've managed to walk here a few times and completely missed this sign. I mean, when you're walking quickly, that's very easy to do. Plus, it's not a very bright sign, so it's something that can easily happen. Now, if you look at the ground, I don't know what causes this to happen. I mean, I don't know if there are some moles or some kind of rodent. I mean, wildlife that digs. Just looks like there are some patchy areas. It doesn't look normal. I mean, I don't want to say it's not natural, because I mean, if it's uh, if it's being done by wildlife, I mean, can you actually say that it's not natural? But I mean, it just looks like something that's not usual, something that would not happen without some sort of intervention on the part of a person or an animal. And that's what I'm getting at. Yeah. Now, if you're familiar with this region, you'll know that sunny days are few and far between, and you're never really sure what to expect. Like you can get all. Sometimes you can be lucky enough to get all 4 seasons in one day. So when you get a day where there's sunshine outside, you try to make the best of it, and that's the reason why I'm outdoors today. That's the reason why I've decided to get some video. And this is a route that I usually enjoy taking, so it's almost my regular walk. I've actually done a little bit of exploring, and I found another nice route that's a little bit, not a little bit, but a lot longer. And so I'll have to take you along that way fairly soon. But this place is nice. I like it. Get to see a little bit of nature, at least, like some very nice woodlands, and you'll see some more of it as we go further along the route. But around this time of year, it's so damp and wet that it almost makes no sense to get onto any trails, at least not onto any off-road trails, because you just end up getting wet feet. And it's not very comfortable. And with wet feet and mud, you end up with very dirty shoes, and that's just some extra work. I don't feel like doing it. So yeah, if you're listening, I'm not sure if you could hear this, but well, I'm sure you can tell there's a small stream or river. I don't want to call it a river. It's fairly small. And this is the South Moor Golf Course over there. Someone's going in there to play some golf. Yeah, there are some interesting things. Someone's as a. All right. Yeah, no problem. Thanks. This is what you see every now and then. I'm sure. Well, I mean, in the U.S. there are Mennonites and Mormons and stuff, and they sometimes write the street on. Is it actually Mormons? I'm not sure. But there's a group that in the US where they don't, at least one group at least, they don't ride. I mean, they don't try use cars. They have horses and carriages. I'll remember what they're called. They may be Mormons. I don't wanna. I don't want. I think I am just not remembering. There might be another. It might be a different group. Yeah, man. Yeah, I have. I mean, with all my health problems and stuff, I sometimes have a few memory problems. Yeah, so I mean, it's very unpredictable. Might just be a name, something that I should remember, and it just slips me all of a sudden. I mean, it might be a normal thing. I mean, you could just say that I'm getting old and stuff, but I mean, there's another explanation. I mean, if you've been following my channel, you will know that last year, early last year, I experienced a major medical issue. Well, I actually experienced more than one, multiple medical issues and stuff, and I mean, one of them was a brain bleed. I mean, this is a near-death experience, and I mean, one of the senior nurse on staff mentioned that, I mean, many people who experience this don't survive. Many of them just don't wake up after going through this. And my neurologist at the time, he mentioned that, I mean, there could be some cognitive problems. So I'm not an expert, but I'm thinking that memory problems may qualify as a cognitive issue, or you could categorize it as a cognitive issue, problem with your memory, or easily forgetting things. But it could be a natural thing too. It's hard to say. Plus, as I mentioned before, I am epileptic and I'm on medication for it, and definitely I know that if I don't take it, I'll suffer with very severe seizures. So it's something that's necessary, something that's very necessary. So I take it. Okay, I know I didn't say anything, but this is back there, just past monument of a very significant military veteran from this area. I hope nobody got offended that I didn't see it. I didn't actually remark on it at the time when I was there. But I did stop and I did take time to show you. So, I mean, you could roll back the video and take a look at it at any point. Or freeze the frame, and yeah, I did spend a little bit of time there. And if you didn't know, we're in Craighead, or Craghead, yeah. Yeah, if you want a bite to eat, you can always stop here on your walk. There's hot chocolate, folks. I wonder if this. Nah, I don't think this is naturally occurring. I think someone planted this. Just add some variety, some color. Something that you could enjoy even in January. They're very hardy flowers, apparently, because they're blooming even when it's, I mean, during the night it sometimes goes to 0 or -1 degrees, or something like that, and I mean the flowers are not dying off, so you could see that they're adapted to this weather very well, this climate very well. So it's something that can be enjoyed year round, hopefully at least. No boys, oh, yeah, I thought he was crying, but apparently he's just singing and not crying. One thing you'll notice around here is like every now and then you'll come across a soccer field or a football field. Over here they call it football. Many football fields. Football is very popular around here. I mean, it is in the Caribbean as well, but not so much in the US. You might see it in a few places, but I mean, what you'll most likely find is a basketball court. I mean, while football is growing in popularity over there, you see far more basketball, and in the winter probably skating or hockey rinks around. I mean, in terms of football fields, they're few and far between. At least that's the way it was in the area that I lived in Minnesota. And Nevada for a little bit. This is another wooded area. I'm not sure what I just saw. I think I might have seen some kind of animal. And this is a footpath that goes. Yeah, I'll have to take you through this area when it's. I don't know if there's ever a very good time to take you there, but I mean, when it's warmer, I think I will. And we're going to go through a certain sport, and you'll understand why I don't really want to go through this trail starting from this sport here, because I mean right now this whole thing is wet and there's even a stream. It's not very big, but it's large enough that, I mean, there is risk of falling in and getting my shoes all wet and dirty. So this isn't something I want to do today. All right. Possum Park for pets, I suppose. So yeah, I'm going to take this route in here. Let's see. So it's a nature reserve, and it says no motorcycles, no guns. Now it's a little funny because, I mean, at least to me, because yeah, so it's the South Stanley Woods or South Stanley Berm. Yeah, the last time I was here, yeah, I've been to through this park one time, and I was lucky enough to see a deer. Now, the funny thing about it is, like, yeah, what caught my attention was the fact that the tails are white. I mean, in the U.S. there are quite a few white-tailed deer, and they call them white-tailed deer. The day here, they might have a different. They might call them differently. They may be named differently, but they have white tails as well. I mean, however, this deer was kind of brown as opposed to gray. I mean, the rest of the tail was white, but the body color was brown. Now, it's funny, right? Because the last time I was here, yeah, it's funny and disappointing, as I should say. The last time I was here, well, I mean, there's good and bad about it because, yeah, the last time I was here, there was quite a bit of dumping. Like there was a lot of garbage on the side here. I was I was kind of upset. I was kind of upset about it actually because, I mean, this is a nature reserve, and you would think that people would take care of it and keep it clean, but I mean, all throughout this area, there was there were quite a few bags of garbage, and I mean, if you look, I mean, even though it's not as bad as it was before, but sometimes if you look, there's little spots over there where you can see some, like, isolated patches of where someone dumped something. But I mean, to be honest, it's nowhere near as bad as it was before. I mean, the last time I came here, I mean, it was absolutely it was absolutely disgusting to see the amount of garbage that people dumped. I mean, they call it fly tipping and stuff, but I mean, it's just a funny name for littering and being really nasty. I mean, why? There's, it's not like it's not easy to, it's not like it's very difficult to get rid of garbage. I mean, I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure it's not that expensive. It's not that expensive for councils to pick up garbage and stuff. I mean, yeah, it's, I mean, garbage is, there's regular garbage service. I mean, so there's no real excuse. Yeah, this is one sport I really enjoyed the last time I came here. It's so tranquil. Yeah, the last time I was here, I took quite a few photographs and stuff, and I think I might share some of those with you. I may just use one of them as my thumbnail. Just amazing. Yeah, this can be an interesting picnic area, for sure. Just to come around, sit, have lunch, enjoy the sound of the water. Yeah, somehow my shoelace got untied. I'll just take a little break to tie my shoelaces and then I'll start over. So much more comfortable. Just feels so good to just walk along a slow moving stream. Yeah, the last time I was there, I think I went across here. The thing about it is, the trails here aren't so good, or at least around this time of year, they get so wet and you just sink into them sometimes. little bit of an off-road trail. I don't know where this goes to. Maybe there's a field up there. Yeah, I can hear music and some people shouting. Yeah. Most likely a playground. So this is another interesting spot where you could have somewhat of a picnic. I'm not going to take this trail all the way through because, like I mentioned, it does get muddy in some areas. Especially this time of year. But this is another calm, relaxing, soothing spot. Place where you could have a picnic. And by all means, if you are having a picnic, take your garbage with you when you're leaving. Yeah, looks like there are quite a few twigs that came down in this area. If you look, you could see trucks. So while there may be signs saying that unauthorized motorcycles are not allowed, enforcement might be few and far between, and people don't necessarily follow those rules. But if you're around here on a day when there are no motorcycles, then you could always enjoy a nice picnic. Now this is a nature reserve, and think about it, having motorcycles and people riding through, this can put additional pressure on the wildlife. I mean, with nearly 99% or so of the habitat being cut down across the country, having motorcycles going through their home can be kind of stressful. I mean, just imagine, with me, I like peace and quiet when I'm at home. Yeah, it's just the way I see it. It's just my personality. I prefer the quiet life. And I'm sure most folks would probably prefer it if people were not riding motorcycles through the backyard. So yeah, all I'm saying is that you know that you probably wouldn't like it if somebody is riding a motorcycle through your house. So I doubt the wildlife appreciate it either. Now, clearly, as you can see, this place is clearly marked. We're not going to go anywhere. We're not going to go further than this. We're just walking up to the gate and turning around. Apparently, this is a water management area, or at least that's what it looks like to me. There's probably power management around here, some kind of power management, or Might be a catchment area. Yeah, it looks like there's a large water tank a little further up over there. I'm not exactly sure what else is being done here, but clearly it says no unauthorized personnel. So this is as far as we go. So we're going to turn back and continue along the path of our walk. But this place is very interesting, and I just thought I would take you on a quick tour. There's what looks like a trail here. I'm not sure where it goes, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if you. I'm not sure if you saw that. I'm not sure if it showed up on the video, but this looked like, and well, I could smell it, but this kid, I am sure, did not look like he's 18. He doesn't look like he's 18, but what I think I just saw was him vaping. I'm not sure if he was on the screen. I'm not sure if he got recorded. It's crazy. Kids smoking. And it looked like he was with a parent, or at least, I don't know. She was some distance ahead of him, and I'm not sure if the mic picked up her voice, but she called him earlier on, and man, maybe she's aware that he's smoking, maybe she's not, I don't know. But it's a shame. Well, who am I to talk? He might live to enjoy a much longer life than I am, than I will. who knows? I mean, when I was his age, I was living at home, and I mean, by his age, I had probably been exposed to secondhand smoke for years and years, so I'm probably a way worse smoker than he is. I mean, at least from a secondhand smoking perspective, I don't know. His mother probably smokes too, so there's no way to be sure. I mean, if he is smoking, yeah, I mean, it's something that I haven't seen, but I mean, I haven't seen it, so I cannot comment on it. It's hard to see. I mean, my dad used to smoke very heavily, and he stopped smoking very late in life and stuff. And I mean, he's still alive. He's 90 years old right now. So, I mean, being 90 years old, it's hard to say that he was actually affected by it. I mean, who knows, maybe if he didn't smoke, he if he had never smoked, he would have been a lot healthier right now, but there's no way to know. I mean, we could speculate on it. I mean, I didn't smoke, and I still don't, and I'm not in the very best of health right now. I mean, you never know. Just need to do your best. That's all you can do. There's some fruits hanging out there. Now, this is a fairly interesting tree. I mean, the bark is very rough. I mean, the trunk is just, I don't know if, yeah, I'm a little bit too high right now. I'm not sure what type of tree it is. Maybe an expert can identify it, but just looks interesting. Something that caught my eye when I first came through here. Looks like there's another one. There's something similar. Yeah, there are a few of them. I mean, I'm just identifying them based on the poke marks on the trunk. It's just thick. I'm not sure what causes that. If it's some kind of infection or something, or if that's how it is naturally, it's difficult to see. I'll leave it to one of the experts to tell me if this is normal or if this is just based on the type of tree, and it can be both. But here's a closer look. Yeah, I'm not sure what causes that. It's interesting. Let's keep going. Now we're back to the road. It's a lot colder and breezier here. Man, there aren't as many trees to act as windbreaks. We're in the open area, so the wind is blowing through. You may actually be able to hear it. It might be a little noisier. Let's see. Yeah, there's a small section around here where, like, every time, not every time, but most times when I pass there, like, a dog would run up to the fence and start barking, and it's, I mean, a relatively large Doberman. I can't remember where exactly. It may be in the area where just the guy was installing the fence. That would be good if that's what he's doing. Like making the fence safer for people who are walking through. Now this is a relatively steep climb. It goes on a long way. This will be the highlight of my exercise, or at least the most strenuous part of my exercise. So it's all good. It's going to raise my heart rate. So I don't mind. It's worth it. So this here is apparently Durham Road, and it is very steep. It is a strenuous uphill. I mean, it's doable. if you're fit and you exercise, but I mean, there are steeper inclines and it is paved, so it's all right, but for the most part you don't always run into hills that are this steep. It's usually a milder climb most of the time, but it's good for me. It gets the blood flowing, and I'm sure you can tell from the way I'm speaking that I'm a little bit winded, so it means that I'm getting my workout. So I'll be quiet for a little bit. You'll probably hear me panting. Because this is the steep section. It's good exercise though. That was my plan, so this isn't a complaint. It's very good exercise. To be honest, I find that I am doing very well today. I remember the first few times I walked up this hill, I was completely wiped out. I was walking nowhere near this quick. The first few times. I don't even think the last time I walked to this hill that I was moving this quickly. So I think it's definitely an improvement. I think it just goes on to show that hard work pays off. You reap benefits when you work hard. And it's interesting, right? And maybe I always experience this when doing strenuous activity, but maybe right now I'm much more conscious of it. But it seems to me that sometimes I feel my heart is beating a lot more strenuously sometimes, even though I don't believe that. I mean, even sometimes when I don't believe that I've done much, sometimes I go up a flight of stairs, and when I get to the top of the stairs, I mean, it's just like very strong, vigorous heartbeat. I mean, and I actually notice it, and I mean, it's strong enough to get my attention, and so yeah, it makes me wonder. Sometimes I get worried about it. I wonder if I should be worried about it. I don't know. Could be something to consider. It's hard to say, but it's not like it's painful or anything. It's just that it's a strong beat, and like I said, maybe I'm just so much more self-conscious now since I did have a heart attack. Maybe it's nothing, maybe it's something to be worried about, but sometimes, I mean, it's not like I'm just sitting there and it happens, but I mean, it's after I do something that's just mildly. I won't say that it's strenuous. It's just something like going up a flight of stairs quickly and stuff. And I don't know. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't feel like I did very much, or it doesn't feel like it took very much out of me. But it's just that when I stop, just feels like my heart is beating a lot more strongly. So who knows? Oh boy, there's some bug that got into my food. And got stuck. Yeah, we're seeing all this right now. And right next door is Asda. Is the parking lot. Some shopping available here. This area is the city center area, right? See, where guess where most of the shopping is around Stanley. Most of the businesses are. And right now we're about to head into the sunlight. Brightly lit sunny zone. What time is it? I wonder. Let's see. Is it after? Oh, it's 3:25 p.m. and the sun is still relatively high up, as you can see. Yeah, it's a pretty good day. What's down there? I wonder. It's like there might be a small trail or something, I don't know. But yeah, we've been through this area one time or another. I'm Yeah, in one of my previous videos, maybe my last video, we walked through here. But I don't think it was this bright. I think it was a lot darker. It was the day after the storm, I think. I don't know if there was still snow on the road, on the ground. I don't know. I've seen videos, and I mean, people, for some reason, refer to the ground as the floor. I don't know where I'm from. I'm I think there's a preference, or like people don't consider it to be accurate to call it the floor when you're outside, but apparently people from here in the UK, or at least a few people I've heard a few people call it the floor when like most people that I know, they consider it to be more accurate to call it the ground, but I mean, it isn't criticism. It's just something, something that I noticed. Of course, no. sun is a little bit covered now. It's a little bit more overcast. Okay, so to everyone who's watching, I really appreciate you joining and supporting my channel. Thank you very much, and I think we can call it a day. And again, thank you very much. See you next time.